Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School, and I'm actually about to start my investing masterclass, but I thought I would take a second to do a Dr. Boyce breakdown on something that I just read in the media not too long ago. It looks like Tracy Morgan had this interesting situation with a new car that he just bought. Apparently, he just bought this $2 million Bugatti, and right before buying his $2 million Bugatti, Tracy, or right after he bought it, I think maybe 20 minutes after he bought it, it looks like he wrecked it. He had a wreck with some lady on the road, and it was seen on video. You know how TMZ is. You know how TMZ and Page Six and all these other publications are out there on the scene, or they get the video footage or whatever. So they recorded him, and he's pissed. I mean, he jumps up, he says, "Bitch, get out the car," and tells the lady to get out the car, and then he says, just bought it, or something like that, right? So he's really mad that he just bought this Bugatti, and the Bugatti got wrecked. Now, let me talk about a couple of things about Tracy Morgan. Here's the thing about Tracy. Tracy's made a lot of his money from shows like, I guess it's 30 Rock, and he's got another show, The Last OG, and he's got some stuff he does with Tiffany Haddish. And, Tracy, he gets paid well. If you know Dr. Claude Anderson, you know about a concept called meritorious manumission. Dr. Claude Anderson, who wrote the book Powernomics, wrote about how slaves used to be paid extra money to entertain white folks and to buck dance and to coon out and all this other stuff, or to protect white people and things like that. Tracy gets meritorious manumission because he's kind of the male Tiffany Haddish. He's the male counterpart to Tiffany Haddish. Him and Kevin Hart, they like neck and neck. They fighting for that Coon of the Year award, that Butter Biscuit award. I would say I give it to Tracy because Kevin ain't so bad all the time. But, there's some stuff where you're like, oh, come on, brother. Like, this ain't really representing black men the way we want to be represented, but it is what it is. But anyway, I can't watch Tracy Morgan on TV for more than about 38.7 seconds before I start vomiting all over myself and my lungs and kidneys start coming up out of my nostrils because I'm just puking everywhere. But anyway, let me break down this. Let me give you some quick analysis on some of this that affects you. First, some interesting stuff, and then some stuff that relates to you and what you do with your money. First of all, the Bugatti. The Bugatti cost, as I mentioned, I might have mentioned this earlier. Let me say it again in case I didn't. The Bugatti was $2 million, right? $2 million, brand new $2 million car. Now, that's interesting, right? Not that you can put your hands in somebody else's pockets and tell them what they can and cannot buy, but $2 million is a lot of money for a car, right? Maybe 100,000 is balling. 200 is like insane. 300 out of control. 2 million, bro. What are you doing, homeboy? Seriously, what are you doing, brother? And the reason I say this is because, look, here's what I'm talking about. And I'm not going to sit here and just tell Tracy Morgan what to do with his money. After all, why would he listen to me? He's got plenty of rich white people who pay him money to do other things. But $2 million is a lot of money to put into a very bad investment. You guys may have seen a video or two or three or 12 that I've done where I've explained to you on the Black Financial Channel why a new car is probably one of the worst things you could do with your money. In fact, black people, and we talk about this wealth gap, black people ain't got no money. We ain't got no money, master. Well, why is it, if we ain't got no money, then how in the world is it that we lead the nation in new car purchases? Why is it that we are more likely than any other group to buy new cars if we ain't got no damn money? We got money. This man bought a $2 million Bugatti. And the car, by the time he wrecked it, 15 minutes after he made the purchase, the value of the car probably dropped by about 20 to 25%. If Tracy Morgan had driven that car and turned around and went back to the lot and said, I want my $2 million back, they'd have said, no, bro. No, sorry, sucker. Like, you need to take that car because that thing ain't worth $2 million. But I just paid $2 million 15 minutes ago. Yeah, but you should have listened to people like Dr. Boyce. I know he's annoying and everything, but he will tell you that the value of a new car drops by a very large percentage. It depends on how you look at it. It depends on which analysis you look at, but it drops substantially the minute you roll that sucker out the door. The minute you roll it out the door. In fact, I'll look it up and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but I ain't got much time, so we ain't gonna go into details. So, they wouldn't give him $2 million for that car. You the only sucker holding the bag at that point, right? So buying a $2 million new car is just not wise with money. But then again, it's his money, right? But then again, he comes from our community. So really, I believe that even though you think it's your money, it's also the money, part of that money belongs to the community from which you came. Black people built you. Black people got you out there. When white folks over in 30 Rock, I was over in Rockefeller Plaza today. Those white folks ain't checking for no Negroes in the project. They ain't looking for no black people were the ones who put Tracy Morgan on Def Comedy Jam. Black people were the ones who put him on when he went to the Apollo. Black people were the ones who were going to see his movies, and to this day are still supporting him. So, you know, to some extent, as a fellow black man from the black community, I think that we all have some right to say something about what you do with your money. But actually, the Jews do that. The Jews don't let you just go and trick off your money and act a damn fool and then act like you really adequately represent the Jewish community. I'll just throw that in there. Next point. Okay, so $2 million Bugatti. I looked up Tracy Morgan's net worth. Now, these celebrity net worth sites are not always completely accurate. Nobody knows exactly if it's accurate or not. I actually found myself on one of those sites, and the number actually was surprisingly accurate. It kind of got me, kind of spooked me a little bit. But these celebrity net worth sites, you know, they give you numbers about somebody's estimated net worth, and they estimate Tracy Morgan's net worth to be about $12 million. So again, I ask you black people, how are you going to ever close the wealth gap when you have any segment of your society that thinks it makes sense to spend 1/6 of your net worth on a car? Why do we need a $2 million car versus a $500,000 car, a $300,000 car? That's insane. You get lots of women with that car, with a $300,000 car. Why do you need a $2 million car? You're worth $12 million. You're not a billionaire. So I think that overall, this idea, this investing move is just bad. I wonder if Tracy is gonna feel heat because he jumped up when he get the lady's car and he said, "Bitch, get out the car." And if he was talking to a white woman, the master might punish him for that. But then again, that's yet to be told. The third component to this conversation that came to mind is, you know, I think black people, what you really got to do is connect the dots. You know, I'm here to connect the dots for you and help you to understand one fundamental truth. Your community is struggling, right? Your community has a lot of work to do. Your community has a lot of school. We should be building our own schools. We should be building black businesses. We should be, making sure the hood rises up. We should be gentrifying our own community instead of letting other people gentrify and, replacing black neighborhoods with, Starbucks and Whole Foods and a dog park. If that's the case, then how are you going to climb out the hole when you got celebrities that would rather spend $2 million on a European car than they would spend and not spend $2 million or even half of that or 1/3 of that or 1/10 of that on a school for black children? Like, so I'm just saying this. I'm not saying there's something fundamentally wrong with spending $2 million on a car. That's an ethical kind of thing. It depends on, how it depends on how much you like cars. Whatever, it is what it is. But think about this. You got black multimillionaires that you allegedly support. I can't support these Negroes, honestly, some of them. You got Negroes out here that literally would rather spend $2 million on a German car, making German people rich, than they would wouldn't even spend a fraction of that on black children. Tracy Morgan, if I went to Tracy Morgan tomorrow and said, "Hey, bro, I saw you bought a $2 million Bugatti. We're about to go build a school, and $2 million would go a long way. We could probably educate. I'm crafty. I'm creative with money. I could probably educate about 5,000 kids with that $2 million. Can you also put $2 million into this thing for black children?" And they would look at you like you're crazy. Now, I need you to just sit here with me for a moment, and I need some more people to be crazy with me. I need you to be a little bit weird with me. I know I go into places that people don't understand because I'm living in the year 2019. I feel like I should be living in the year 2119 because sometimes I say stuff and nobody gets it. But I need you to help me for a moment meditate on this idea. Why is it that we have black celebrities who will spend $2 million on a car but won't give $1 million to their own people to elevate their condition? That's why you're losing black people, because you ain't got no economic soldiers up in this mug. I'm not saying there's something wrong with getting a $2 million car. That's ethical. That's on you. That's your own choice. My issue is not so much getting the car. It's why you would spend the money on the German car, but not on the African people, on African American people, on your own damn people. I don't care about Tracy, Morgan hitting a lady and wrecking his Bugatti. It's not a good investment, but it is what it is. I wish him the best. I hope he's okay. But at the same time, I think this is an opportunity to talk about why buying a new car is just a bad move in general. Okay, so do me a favor, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, share button, and subscribe button. Also, if you want a free e-copy of my book, It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar, please visit drboycewatkins.net. That's drboycewatkins.net. Last but not least, if you'd like to get daily financial updates and things like that, make sure you subscribe at theblackfinancialchannel.com. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. And we also have basic financial literacy courses in the Black Business School you can get started with tomorrow. Go check out blackmoney101.com. That's blackmoney101.com. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. See you soon. Peace.